What is up with it, everyone? We are back here with top 4 of the Queens 2v2 bracket here at Low Tier City 2023. I am still AG, and I'm still with Stu, the announcer. Thank you all for staying tuned, as I mentioned earlier, because we got some great matches coming up. Stu, how you feeling about winners finals?
It is going to be a barn burner. Between these two teams, absolutely nutty skill, just all around. Karamel and Cheeky, absolute pleasure to watch. DairBair and ViaCher, nothing short of dominant in their first set. As you alluded to prior, both of these teams won their sets by a score of 2-0. You kind of had a feeling that maybe they knew that this is going to be how it played out.
Right.
But I mean, to what extent we're going to see the chaos unfold, we are not sure, because I mean, these team compositions, a little bit unorthodox, one more so than the other.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, do you go with the tried and true like Zelda Palutena, or is it just Pikachu Villager, let chaos reign?
It's going to be interesting. I think that Yellow Team has some fantastic tools to cut off the usual lanes that Pikachu and Villager are going to try and get in on. Already we see the auto reticle and the Phantoms come out, but Cheeky finding a way around all of it immediately, landing some very important aerials and taking back that center stage. Ooh.
Yeah, and indeed the Pikachu going to keep on rolling with it. Again, just holding shield, being smart, letting the Palutena drop into you and utilizing the grab. Yeah, how's it feel to get grabbed when you probably shouldn't be, Palutena? That's that was 5 years worth of catharsis right there. So
we already see Cheeky looking for some
the burden of being tri-state, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sorry,
you're fine. Cheeky looking for some big hits with the bowling ball. Yellow Team at a pretty solid percent to find some of these early stocks if we can find the hit. And even right there trying to stuff out an approach, but the Phantom breaking it up, and that Din's Fire, the star of the show in the previous set. I'm sure we're going to see some big hits from that in this set as well.
Good pursual by Karamel, although DairBair did just as well to avoid it. Explosive flame through the tree, not quite going to connect as Karamel is going to eat some of those jabs.
Ooh.
And all the way through, Cheeky, why? How and why?
Unbelievable follow through. The Axe taking one stock, the tree taking another one, and they are still tacking on some damage, but it's going to be Yellow Team finally finding the hit. DairBair taking that stock with the up air. Phenomenal stuff as well. Karamel now the stock tank for the red team.
Yeah, it's a stock tank Pikachu is something that probably shouldn't exist, but then again, you can kind of keep yourself off stage, keep yourself out of the action. If you want to dip in and just get those quick little hits, you certainly can, because you can get out just as quickly as that is going to be a KO off of the top ViaCher. Oh, that felt like it was personal.
Yeah, that definitely was a little bit planned out, reflecting that big old bowling ball hitbox. Really, really good tool right there. Now, Yellow Team kind of bringing it back because of Cheeky losing that second stock. It's going to be tough right now. It's going to be up to Karamel to hold on to that stock. Ooh, okay. Big scramble over on the right side, making it back, but so many big hits are landing for Yellow Team. The Phantom finding that stock off of Cheeky now, going to have to share that stock. Karamel kind of a little worse for wear at 151. Ooh.
Yeah, but still staying in it as Karamel going to have it reflected right back at her.
Okay, I like the use of the Lloyd right there. The tree covering the roll as well. So now we have to worry about the Axe for Yellow Team. We have to worry about the tree itself. And of course, all this extra pressure.
And you got to think, I mean, does the fact that the bowling ball was reflected so thoroughly right back into the face of Cheeky, does that take Cheeky away from that option? Does Karamel then start putting herself on the line a little bit more instead of the bowling ball, the safe, quote-unquote safe bowling ball option? And now it's Pikachu going off to the ledge to try to get those KOs, thus opening up Karamel to more damage.
Right. Definitely a little discouraged, especially after the second reflector. You know that it's still on the forefront of the Yellow Team's mind, but so is that forward smash coming in from Karamel, finding the stocks. One apiece right now, a lot of percent on Cheeky, but ViaCher can definitely play reserved, kind of try and stay out of the fray, but they look like they want to take some early stocks over a yellow team.
And it very nearly hit ViaCher there, as you saw. Would not have resulted in a KO, but again, this is the shortest ceiling in the competitive rule set, so you just never quite know what's going to happen. The less hits you take like that, the better.
Exactly. Every percent matters here, and we're seeing it right now. 56 after a couple of those back airs. A big punish opportunity, but it's going to be ViaCher finding the forward smash, splitting off into these two 1v1s with yellow team home down center stage. Unbelievable. What's going on?
I mean, just an absolute massacre happening here. And as they're trying to trade off hits, whatever Cheeky and Karamel can do to get themselves back into this one, because Cheeky certainly wary of what happened. That's why you're seeing him perhaps not go towards the stage. And again, getting tagged, Karamel eventually losing that that last stock, excuse me, and Cheeky as well. The combination of the Sentry and the Explosive Flame, just a little too much, and that quite literally blew up in Cheeky and Karamel's face.
Right, not even metaphorically. The counter coming out, which we hadn't seen a lot of. We saw the down special come in from DairBair to reflect some projectiles, the Lloyd, for example. But that time, coming in as the counter to the Pikachu smash attack. And that kind of was the bane of Red Team's existence in that first game. So many reflectors on those bowling balls that got discouraged for the rest of the game. I think after that second reflector, Cheeky didn't really throw out any more, whereas we saw so many in the first minute. And then the counter to punish the Pikachu smash attack too, that is something the Red Team's gonna have to think about and try and maybe bait out in this next game, or just kind of work around them and maybe not be so aggressive with the approaches.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, sometimes the aggression works out, because
Sure.
I keep thinking back to that, to how that game started out. Lauren, that was nasty.
Yeah,
Real talk, like that 2-for-1 was so
sick.
cool. It was like I couldn't even like follow along with it. Like ADHD brain took a while to process.
You were
but,
up
like,
out of the chair though. What
no,
the-
I was literally screaming at Lauren, like, what are you doing? Like, this is on the Lord's Day? Like,
Right,
you're gonna,
right.
on the Lord's Day, you're going to do this? Like, he's just trying to chill, and you're out here doing some
it's
nonsense.
a day of rest, and you got everyone standing up and cheering. We're going to move over to the town and city, though. Really good stage counter pick. These platforms can help out a little bit to try and get out of that lane that is covered so well by yellow team. We saw exactly why it is so covered. So many Phantoms and Explosive Flames already coming out, and a lot of damage onto red team to show for it.
And DairBair just concentrating on Karamel, trying to get at least just a little bit of damage, realizing that the game would not have been nearly as close without that ViaCher with the down air, sending Cheeky into the abyss. And DairBair, goodness gracious. Tell you what, this goddess don't rest on Sundays. Is providing a really good stock tank for her team, only suffering 29 percentage points worth of damage. It was just 10 only a few seconds ago.
Yeah, some really good follow-ups, though, from red team trying to answer back right now. Not really finding the stocks until that back air lands. The Explosive Flames and auto reticles, such good mid-range pressure here. Cheeky not able to find a way around it, and the platform's really assisting yellow team in that instance. Ooh, hold on. I love the idea of the bowling ball there. Okay, back throw. Oh, barely missing the tree.
Thundershock in the back throw, working out just fine for Karamel. I mean, whatever it is that you can do to keep the Zelda stationary, right? Because, yeah, the offense is usually deployed, standing still. You want to keep people out. At the same time, this Zelda can get in your face and do some damage. Cheeky finding that out well ahead of when I said it, as DairBair eventually going to have the first stock seeded courtesy of that Pikachu back air.
And Karamel, despite that early aggression from the yellow team and a little bit of targeting, finally now just losing that first stock. 3-4 right now, but ViaCher some pretty big damage, and Karamel was ready to capitalize on that. 3-3 across the board. Cheeky, a little bit of a deficit, but as I mentioned, very good at being elusive when you have that much damage on you, so see how it plays out.
And Cheeky just having a tough time establishing her usual game here. I mean, had that one moment in game one, but it seems like ViaCher and DairBair have adjusted to the pace of play that Cheeky was trying to establish. She's going to have to take the restock, and that is the trouble. I mean, if you are ViaCher, you're a pretty floaty character and therefore susceptible to a lot of what Palutena is able to throw out. Like her aerial prowess, unmatched by matched by very few. Let's put it that way.
She's up there on the list, to say the least. Already looking to try and bait out another forward smash from Karamel. Not really working out, but I like the idea. Still, really great presence of mind and fantastic pickup for the up smash. Now putting the pressure on in this 2v1. Cheeky's going to look for some of these hit-and-run type situations, trying to sneak in some forward airs or back airs, throw out a Lloyd here and there, but it's going to be tough. Platform setup going away as well, so it's going to be even harder now.
With nothing to save you now, Cheeky. Let's see what you got. And Cher, Dair, going to try to make this happen. It's going to be, maybe just a little close for that to work out as they both intended, but yeah, they're going to have to coordinate that. Perhaps third time's a charm here as Cheeky going to try to utilize the slingshot. She needs space in order to work. Cher and DairBair very keen to not give it to her, as that explosive flame will kindly show them that is going to be GG's, and a 2-0 for ViaCher and DairBair. Turns out they're the first seed for a reason.
That's good to know that it was well earned.
Although,
you know, the collusion jokes were jokes, of course.
Of course.
And now you can see why.
Look,
that
turns out they're pretty good.
Yeah, we already do, but that team composition is also phenomenal, especially in that dynamic. We saw so many things that the red team tried to throw out, get stuffed out by reflectors, by counters, and even just approaches in general were like covered almost completely with just explosive flame and the Phantom.